Hello. So, today I'm super excited to show you this book, Great Pies You Can Bake, 365 Fabulous Pie Recipes for Every Day of the Year. This is by Lois Hill. I got this book at a thrift store, of course. I won't lie to you, there's some recipes in here that they're kind of questionable. We don't have to make those ones though. Here, on the back, it says, Great Pies You Can Bake presents a collection of wonderful pies for all occasions, tastes, and seasons. Here are recipes for apple pies, fruit pies, citrus pies, cream and custard pies, chiffon pies, pumpkin pies, ice cream pies, savory pies, and numerous delicious crusts. Feels like a Stefan skit from SNL. Also included are practical tips and suggestions for successful pie baking, as well as step-by-step instructions for preparing, rolling out, and finishing pie dough. It's just as easy as pie. Okay. So, it says this was originally published in 1991. Is this a real Shakespeare quote? I can't remember. No man's pie is freed from his ambitious finger. That's funny. So, what I plan on doing here is flipping through the whole thing. Maybe not the whole thing. This says there are 200 pages. I am going to be flipping through, and I have some post-it notes and any of the recipes that stand out to me. I'm going to just put a sticky note there. I'll come back to it. So at the beginning, there's just they've defined the word pie. Great foundation, starting at the basics, in case you didn't know what pie meant. Okay. Any crust baked with something in it. Casting a very wide net with that one. So they've just got a lot of, the introduction is really talking about like the different types of pies and how to be successful making a pie. The equipment you might need, how long you'll need, the types of eggs you want to use, the types of like fruit filling, things like that. There is a whole section for crusts. Let's see. The microphone's kind of in the way. See, why won't it unblur? Come on. If it's all that's there, it has to unblur, right? Crusts. Maybe if I turn this way. Okay. So there's different types of crusts. A single crust pie, a double crust pie, a lattice top pie. These are just some of the crusts that are listed here. I'm not as personally interested in the crust. I'm interested more in like the filling of the pie, so I won't be putting a post-it on any of these, but do you like my sweater, by the way? I haven't worn this in a minute, but it's, kind of the season for it now. Okay, so we've got classic double crust, classic single crust, cheddar cheese crust could be good, and savory. Baking powder crust, I don't know what that is. Flour, salt, baking powder, butter, milk. butter crust, that sounds good. Egg crust, lemon crust, orange crust. It sounds like you can kind of do a crust that uses everything. Alright, so the first pie section is apple pies. Let me read what it says. A slice of warm apple pie scented with cinnamon and lemon and accompanied by vanilla ice cream is the substance of many fond memories. Yeah. This all-American dish, which comes in many forms and flavors, richly rewards the patience of the apple peeler. There are many different varieties of apples available, and each lends a unique and distinctive presence to a pie. A good rule of thumb is that the sweeter the fruit, the less sugar is needed. Firm, fresh apples of any sort are always preferable to waxed, cold storage fruit. Lemon juice squeezed over the peeled apple slices will prevent browning while the crust is prepared. Most spices may be adjusted to taste. Okay, so the very first one, number 1, is a classic apple pie. It's a 1 9-inch double crust pie. I feel like most of us have probably tried that. If you haven't, you should try making an apple pie. It's really good with ice cream too. I'm not seeing any ingredients in this one that are shocking to me. Sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, cornstarch, lemon zest. Apples, shocking. Lemon juice, unsalted. Butter or margarine, yeah. All the same. Now, number 2 is already surprising me. Cheese-topped apple pie. So this says follow the recipe for classic apple pie number 1. I'm already thinking this is going to be like a part 1 type of video, because there are like, I'm already getting really into this. It's just page 1. Okay, so just before serving, cover the top crust of the baked apple pie with thin slices of sharp cheddar cheese. Turn on the broiler and return the pie to the oven just long enough to melt the cheese. Serve immediately. Is this for real? Apple cranberry pie sounds really good. Lattice top apple cranberry pie, apple crumb pie, apple custard pie. I think that may be the first one that I leave a little note on. I wish I had smaller post-its instead of sticking like this giant pink post-it in there, but oh well. Okay, we're gonna add that to the top. Yeah. It says apple custard pie. I love custard, so I think that's why I'm like interested in it. And it's milk, heavy cream. That's probably where that comes from. I'll go to the next page and see what it's talking about. Reduce the apples to a fine pulp in a food processor. Add the cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg, and salt. In a large bowl, beat the eggs until foamy. Stir in the milk and creams. Okay, so I'm making... Interesting. It is like an apple custard. Okay, I'm interested in that. Apple pie cake. That sounds good. Applesauce meringue pie. I'm not a big fan of meringue. It's usually not sweet enough for me. Calvados apple pie. So kind of a boozy apple pie almost. Deep dish apple pie. That sounds interesting. Cheese crust green apple pie. Certainly not opposed to the marriage of apple and cheese. I eat those things like together frequently. I think it's more of like the sweetness and the cinnamon that I maybe can't Mentally, I just can't combine it. Maybe I have to try it. Marlboro pie. Okay. What's going on here? Oh. Dry sherry goes into the pie. That's it. That's the only difference. This one's a Mount Vernon. I would be showing you this, but there's really no pictures. Just some of them have tiny illustrations, and that's it. The Mount Vernon apple pie. What's unique about this? So it looks like you take a cupcake and you use that to make like crumbs to mix into it. I think that's it. That's all that's different. Open face apple pie. Glazed open face apple pie. Peachy apple pie. That sounds yummy. Really red apple pie. Now we're at fruit pies. Okay, I'm interested. Nature certainly has provided well for the pie. These fruit pies draw heavily on the fresh produce of spring and summer in a celebration of the sweetness of the seasons and firm, juicy fruit that just cries out for a homemade pie. Out of season, drained canned fruit will do as a substitute, but nothing can replace the remarkable color and flavor of a fresh cherry pie. The fresher and sweeter the fruit is, the more extraordinary the pie will be. The cherry bitter is a welcome addition to basic pie making utensils, and a light glaze of egg white added to the bottom before filling prevents the crust from getting soggy. This is the little drawing they have. It's like strawberry. Cute. Okay. The very first fruit pie is an apricot pie. Apricot meringue pie. Again, I'm not a big fan of meringue. Banana pie. I love like banana pudding and stuff, so let's see. Bananas, heavy cream, convection, or sugar. So you just mash the bananas to a fine pulp. In a separate bowl, whip the cream until stiff peaks form. Mix in the sugar, the banana pulp. You sprinkle it with grated chocolate. That seems pretty simple. So a lot of the people around me, though, like my family, they don't really like banana desserts like I do, so it would just be for me. This is blackberry pie. Sounds good. I'm gonna put a sticky note on that one. I love blackberries. I have an uncle who grows blackberries and like blueberries and fruits and stuff. And when they're in season, he brings my mom bags of them, or like jam or jelly that he's made. And I love to just like have that with ice cream. It's so good. So it'd be cool to use those berries to make a pie. Blueberry pecan pie. You know, every time I say that word pecan, I feel like I choose a different way to say it. Pecan? Pecan? I don't know. Glazed blueberry pie sounds really good. But I don't know. Cantaloupe pie? Sorry if you like cantaloupes. If you've seen BoJack Horseman, there's like a whole scene where he's at like I can't remember, he's at some like gathering or something, and they have like the table with all the food, and then there's just like the melons, like the terrible melons, like cantaloupe and honeydew. And I'm not a fan, but I really wish I was. Here's a little, looks like the previous owner left their own little bookmark in there. What is this? They folded it up. Oh wow. You are a long way from home. Okay, so it's like a little, they must have bought some sort of like Tupperware set, and this is just showing everything that was in there. They used it as a bookmark. This book. So this page has like the actual cherry pie recipe in there. So I'm wondering if that's why they bookmarked it, maybe. So normal cherry pie, deep dish cherry pie. That sounds really good. They bookmarked this page. It says deep dish blueberry pie, lattice top sour cherry pie. Yum. What's this? Open face cherry pie. Gosh, it makes me think of the movie Master of Disguise. Like, I loved that movie when I was a kid. And there's a scene where he, like, his face is in, like, a cherry pie or something. I can't even remember the context there, but it just made me think of it. Concord grape pie. Interesting. Crumb-topped Concord grape. Is that... Trader Joe's has these grapes that are like jam grapes, and they're so good. Those would be amazing in a pie, and I wonder if this is what they're referencing. I'll have to investigate. Okay. Cranberry pie. Cranberry meringue pie. So, I make, every Christmas, I make like a cranberry, white chocolate cheesecake, and it's like the best thing I ever made, and it, you know, it wins every year, so I've just been making that every year. But if there's something else that's better, I want to know, you know. Cape Cod cranberry pie. It's got walnuts in it. Green currant pie. I don't know about that. Fresh fig pie. Sounds interesting. However, I don't know. I bought figs like a few months ago, I think, and or maybe it wasn't even that long ago, but they like went bad really quickly, and I struggle with the texture, but they tasted all right. Gooseberry pie. Mango pie sounds good. We've got nectarine pie. Yum. Deep dish peach pie. I love peaches. Maybe I do peach pie. Pear pie. Maybe I'll put a sticky note on these pages. These ones sound good. Okay, lots of pear plum pie. I love plums. I eat like multiple a day. They're just like a really good easy snack to carry with you. Like I'll keep a few in my purse, but it's just a good way, like, oh, if you feel like you haven't had, I don't know, like if your blood sugar is getting low, just have a little bit of that. Is that just me? Like, I'll forget to eat, or I'll only eat like proteins or fats, and then it'll be like halfway through the day and I'm like, okay, I feel really weird, I need to eat like a piece of candy or something. Prune pie, good fiber. Raisin pie. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm not sure. So, this is the fruit pie section, right? So the trend is that it's fruit. I'm starting to get bored of the fruit pie section. Raspberry meringue pie, strawberry pie. And each type has its own open face and then lattice version. Peach sour cream pie sounds good. What does that mean? Okay. Arrange the raspberries on top of the flour so the flour goes over the crust on the bottom. Spread the sour cream over the raspberries. Combine the sugar with the cinnamon and lemon juice. Sprinkle the mixture over the top of the filling. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Sour cream. Peach sour cream pie. Strawberry sour cream pie. Rhubarb pie. I love rhubarb pie. The house I lived in when I was a kid had rhubarb in the back. I remember we didn't know what to do with, like, my parents didn't know what to do with it, but my neighbor, their daughter offered to, like, make us something with it, and so she made rhubarb pie with it, and it was really good. Surprisingly sweet. It's kind of a funny looking plant, and then so yummy. Rhubarb meringue pie. Enough with the meringue. Sorry, Lois Hill. I understood why you had to include it. Deep dish rhubarb pie. Souffle pie. Okay. So we reached the end of the... Oh no. That wasn't the end. Now we're in the combination fruit pies section. Sun-sweetened strawberries, delicately freckled apricots, rosy-cheeked apples, and elegant pears are the basis for many marvelous pies. Combination fruit pies mix and match complementary ingredients, with results often more delicious than many of their single-fruit cousins. The pies presented in this chapter offer classic fruit combinations as well as a number of tempting creations from the myriad of possibilities of nature's sweetest harvest. You'll find that once the basic recipe for a combination fruit pie is mastered, ideas for many other combination pies easily come to mind. I'm super excited because Crumble Cookie is doing, on Thanksgiving week, they're doing pies. They're doing like French silk, key lime, I think lemon, pumpkin, apple, maybe big pecan pie. Anyways, I did a pre-order for like 6 of their mini pies, so I'm gonna do a video that week, like a mukbang style. Apricot prune lattice top pie, blueberry cherry pie. That'd be so pretty looking, I bet. Yeah, truly, like once you master the like base recipe, you can start to get a little freaky with it. Raspberry cherry, blueberry red currant, cranberry orange, elderberry grape pie. That sounds really interesting. Grape raspberry pie. Lemon raisin pie. Okay, slow down there. Peach cherry pie. Pear ginger pie. Mock cherry pie. So, you get the picture. It's just like lots of different combinations of fruit on these ones. Spring pie. So what's in this one? This is pie number 109 for reference. We're on page 75 out of like 200. So, sugar, flour, 1 tablespoon uncooked tapioca, sliced fresh strawberries, fresh rhubarb, pineapple, and butter. So this is supposed to be a spring pie. here's the summer pie. So it's got raspberries, red currants, half sour red cherries. Autumn pie. Maybe I'll have to make this one. Okay. So plums, pears, seedless green grapes, peaches, brown sugar, lemon juice, almond extract, and sweetened whipped cream. So you mix it all together with the sugar, lemon juice, and almond extract. Stir well. Let the mixture stand for 1 hour. Drain off the juice and turn the fruit into the pie shell. Chill until ready to serve. Okay. I think it might be interesting to try and do like a cooking video of sorts. I would have to figure out, like, I'd have to record it on my phone, and my phone has like no space. I have like 50,000 photos on it. But I could do it. Would that be something you'd be interested in seeing? Like a cooking video, obviously with a voiceover. The winter pie has apricots, prunes, sugar, flour, salt, orange juice, lemon, prune, apricot juice, sweetened whipped cream. That one doesn't sound as appealing to me, but that's fine. Here, I'm gonna put a sticky note on the autumn pie. How many do I have? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. I feel like that's pretty. I've shown some restraint. Okay. Now we're on the citrus pies section. There's nothing quite like a homemade lemon meringue pie. The tart filling topped with gleaming, sugary meringue resting in a crisply browned crust. Or how about a cool key lime pie on a hot summer night? Lemons, limes, oranges, and grapefruit are the main ingredients of this delectable collection of citrus pies. Anyone looking for a citrus shortcut should turn to the quick and easy pies chapter where commercial mixes are substituted for homemade fillings. Okay, so the first one is grapefruit pie. I actually think I'm not supposed to eat grapefruit. I think it can interact with some medication I'm on, so I avoid it. So I can't make that, sadly. Key lime pie, classic. Lemon pie. Lemon molasses pie, interesting. I wonder how that would taste. They've got orange molasses pie too. Orange slice pie. Lemon souffle pie. That sounds really good. For some reason, the citrus ones aren't sounding as good to me, but that's fine. Orange marshmallow meringue pie. That sounds yummy. Okay. Now we're at cream and custard pies. This sounds good. From apricot cream to maple praline and from chocolate chess to a sour cream butterscotch extravaganza, these cream and custard pies are for serious sugar lovers. Cream pies with their pre-baked pie shells and luscious cooked fillings are the perfect outlet for creative cooking with special crusts made with cocoa, walnuts, or spices. Baked custard pies are often called cream pies, but the true distinction between cream and custard pies is that the cream or milk is cooked and the custard is baked. To prevent spoilage, always keep cream and custard pies refrigerated until serving. And they just have egg, heavy whipping cream, and butter. Okay. Apricot cream pie. Apricot banana cream pie. banana cream pie. That's like my favorite dessert of all time. What's the place? It's like Perkins or something. They have like they make pies and stuff. I used to get, before I kind of like reeled in my eating, I would order like, it's a vulnerable moment for me. I would order like 4 or 5 slices of pie from Perkins, and I would eat it all myself in one evening. Every once in a while that's fine, but I'll tell you, like, I wanted to do it every single night. So banana marshmallow cream pie, that sounds yummy. Black walnut cream pie. The brandy Alexander pie, that sounds interesting. So what's special about it? Creme de cacao liqueur and chocolate shavings. I think that's it. Buttermilk pie, that sounds good. Sugar, flour, egg yolks, buttermilk, lemon juice. That's kind of interesting. I'd be interested in trying that one. Maybe I'll put a little post-it note there. What time are we at? Holy guacamole. 33 minutes. I've been doing longer videos lately. Butterscotch pie. That sounds really good. I wonder what that filling is like. I love butterscotch, so let me mark that one as well. Okay. Butterscotch pecan pie, butterscotch raisin pie. I don't like raisins that much. They remind me of being like outside as a kid, like not having, like the only thing you brought with was like raisins or something. Chess pie. Raisins. Chocolate cream pie number 1. That sounds yummy. Double chocolate pecan cream pie. Cocoa cream pie. Coconut cream pie. I don't like coconut that much. Like the texture of it really bothers me, so I don't usually go for it that much. I'm gonna pause here just because my laptop does struggle with anything that like gets past. Like my Sephora video took forever, so I'm gonna stop here, but I will do part 2 of this. So thanks for watching.